All right. Shall click for the stolen intro. We should be live. We should be live and in effect. All right. Yes, sir. If you are watching this in the playback, that just means afterwards. Shout out to you. But yeah, we're gonna be getting the slow jams in because we just uploaded the Boombox fifth quarter reaction. And before we even get into that, I don't want to steal no views on that video. I want that video to get its time. So we're going to be here. We got some other stuff to get to as well. In the weekly recap, shout out Rogers Brothers, right? With an adapted duo, right? Shout out the videographers. Shout out the media teams. Shout out the fellow reactors. Shout out the Banter Room Podcast. Friends of the show. Oh man, this is an angle, isn't it? That is an angle. But yeah, we have some stuff to get into in the weekly recap. We got some stuff. Yeah, we definitely got some stuff. In the meantime, let's jam out, man. Let's jam out. Let's listen to Southern when they were unquestioned. I'll do this first, actually. What's good? Just be cooling. We are just cooling because I want to give everyone a chance to go to the channel and click on that first noti that went off on your phone. This one, the fifth quarter reaction. I want to give people time for that before we even get to the zero quarter. Bro, I love this song. I hate that they never played this outside before Simmons left. This is literally my favorite Simmons arrangement ever. Set Me Free and Emotion Roller Coaster, the best songs from them this spring that year. Facts. I think this is literally the best thing he's ever written. It perfectly gets Teddy. Phrasing. Once again, if you just getting here, check out we're jamming. We're gonna be jamming for a minute, and then we're gonna get to some conversational stuff before we even get to the zero quarter. So if you want my fifth quarter opinions, that is now up on the channel live as a video. Watch that, then come here. You won't be missing too much if all you care about is Boombox. I promise you. Every time you push me aside, and every time I swallow my pride, the mellows. Take these chains away from me. Let me live again and again and again. When Southern was on a bullshit, bruh. Where'd all these niggas go? Where the fuck they go? Spring 21? Where'd y'all go? Nigga, that would have been an unreturnable if it ever left the band room. That would have been an unfucking returnable. God, that would have been an unreturnable. And actually, since Just Be Cool and mentioned it, let me pull up a emotional roller coaster. I don't have it in this playlist because at the time I was hating. But god damn it, that nigga left some shit in the band room. SU got a little hole where Brian used to be. Facts. They also had the band for this. Like I won't take that from them. They had the band for this. They had the balance for it. They had the recruits for it. They had the time for it too. Like this is spring 2021. People were only coming to campus just for band at this time. Like this was still pretty peak COVID. Yeah, no, it's unreturnable. The voicing, the way he employs voicing is just so amazing. Oh my god. I can't wait till TSU's entire band can be filled with the musicians who can retain this level of music consistently. And to be fair, Southern very few times had a band room like that, I'd say. Even in their peak years, like not everybody in that music hall was fucking pushing. That is not how this band shit works. You just need enough. Or you just need the time to work on a masterpiece like this. And trumpets, boy. Cool. The harmony from UFOs, bruh. That run. All tongued, all styled, all in time. It don't get more complete than... No cap, a lot of bands in 2021 were like the most complete version of themselves ever. Southern was up there. Dega, that's the best Dega that we've ever seen. Jackson was balanced aside from mellows. I think they had like 11 mellows. Shout out my boy Sergio in the chair. I was also peak Stallions. Just about. 22 would be their peak. No, 21 is their peak, actually. Good smear trombones. Oh my god. No cap, no cap, no cap. Niggas are so lucky. Niggas are so fucking lucky. Shit like this never made it out the band room. Niggas are so lucky. Niggas are so lucky. And I can say that because I wasn't in college at the time. So I wasn't one of them niggas that was lucky. I ain't get lucky. I was born at the right time. That nigga wrote for me. That nigga wrote for the band that I was in. Occasionally. Since he's the head rapper. We finna get into some stuff. I just want to listen. Actually, no. What's something I want to listen to? Something Happened is cool. I love Something Happened. But matter of fact, speaking of 21 Dega, let me tap into some 21 Dega. Let me tap into some 21 Dega. Oof. Hold on. Who was there? Who was there for this? Either at this battle or just like around at this time.
Don't skip out on the experience.
Okay, not this time. This is an ad. This is an ad, clearly. Who was here for this? Who was here for this? One of the greatest battles of all time, by the way. One of the greatest battles of all time. Skyfall? Oh my god. Oh, fuck. They really thought they did some shit. They really thought they did some shit. They really did think. They thought wrong. Niggas modulated on their ass. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? And then played the full song. I mean, not the full song. They just added a fucking tuba break. And this was peak Talladega trumpets. Unless you count like Mardi Gras of 22. And guess who their section leader was? Oh, and guess who was a crab here? And guess who their section leader was either in the spring or in the fall of 22? This guy right here. And if you remember, the off season of 2023, this guy, a sophomore trumpet section leader, transferred to Jackson State University. Yeah. Like people wonder if you just keep an ear to the streets, I guess. If you just keep an ear to Instagram, you can see the makings of like when these bands like form, like when these things come into place. And even this crab class, a lot of this tuba crab class that took these tubas, like that cleaned them up and added a little bit extra power. It's Houston niggas. It's Houston niggas. Shout out Jonah. Shout out Marquise. And more. Shout out. That mellow section, that's New Orleans. I don't know about the Euphil section. That's just some fucking dogs. I don't know where they're from. I know a few of them are from New Orleans, but you know. Like if you pay attention to the recruiting patterns, to the transfers, to whatever, you can see how, oh yeah, like it makes sense that they fucking peaked this year. Which is what makes it all the worse that like, because this one guy left. Oops, I don't know what happened. It froze. Okay, there we go. Because this one guy left, they went from this to sub 100 in like 2 years. Someone from Georgia, Mississippi? Yes, I'm sure. And even from what I can see, just in like, you know, mass band stuff, yeah, I would definitely see some of them faces. Someone from BR too? Oh. Actually, yeah. Cause what's it called? My roommate, my crowd brother, my fucking line brother. He from BR and he knows quite a few people who were in this band too. when I'm strong. Yeah. No, please don't play nothing. It was finna turn it back to 2016 Southern. Y'all see this? 4 straight songs in a row, all from Crankfest. Them niggas was gunning for. It was gunning for niggas, bro. It was really gunning for niggas. What Coolin say? Learn how to play loud from them niggas. Hey, they'll teach you. This year I had a big ass jumping skill. I forgot what instruments you say you play. Shout out 2016 Southern too. Look man. First thing I want to get to. Shout out to Stephen Holiday. He's someone who like, I disagree with some of his like outlook on, bands and whatnot. But in terms of someone who's like, who cares about the culture, who clearly like is from the culture, and like loves everything, UFO mainly, true. The Boombox was clearly a fatigue battle. I agree. Trey, did you tap into I won't blame you if you haven't, because literally I streamed like minutes after I posted this, but I posted the breakdown if anyone wants to tap into that before we get into some other stuff. We'll get to the 0 quarter. Okay, so you can play everything but tuba. Okay, fair. All brass except tuba. It'll be, especially right now, if you can get in contact with some Memphis niggas too. If you can get in contact with some Memphis niggas. Oh, you commented? Oh, okay, that must be the noti. The reason why Jackson played Not Worry About None because Southern was putting their hats on and leaving, so in Jackson. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely get that. I definitely get why they ran the book on them niggas. It was a victory lap. Yeah, for sure. So when Jackson played that, Southern sat back down and played more around. Oh, so it was supposed to be. What round did they play that? What, 5 and out? Or 6 and out, maybe? 6 and out. Because that was round 6, and then they doubled, and then that reversed the whatever. That's definitely like a 2022 us versus Southern situation, where like the battle just shouldn't have lasted that long. Like Southern should have just like left and got cranked on. Like that's fine. Like it happens to fucking everyone. Like that's not really a thing to. It's not a thing to like be ashamed of. Well, I mean, not be ashamed of, but like you're the fucking away band. Yeah, they're gonna crank while you're walking away. Like I don't know. Just leave, cause like then y'all played like the most taxing song like ever. But I don't know. Go watch the video if you haven't watched the video. Try to make sure that the video still gets its just due, and like we still do what we got to do in the stream. Tuba on the list for yeah. Especially if you can already play UFO. Like UFO, especially reading wise, UFO to tuba is like nothing. Especially if you read bass clef. Now if you don't read bass clef, you're shit out of luck. But shout out to versatile players. First thing I want to talk about though, before we get to the 0 quarter, because we'll do the 0 quarter, and then hopefully people who watch this video will come into the stream, and we'll have a gang of niggas that'll be mad at me for my opinions, and then we can attack them one by one. Attack points, respond to points, basically defend myself. But in the meantime, shout out Stephen Holiday. Definitely, no, I don't want to become a member. I'm broke. I commented on his first one of these. Yeah, I left a fucking paragraph. I didn't realize that was a month ago though. But he dropped this video that I kind of want to talk about, because he has 2 questions in this like little series that he's doing. The first question is, what are the differences between a band director who inherited a great program and the one who built theirs from scratch? And as someone who was a part of like the first recruiting class for a program that like recently like brought in a completely new staff, and is inheriting a great program. I kind of think that we could have a good conversation about that. BC only around here. I shame my lower brass friends who read TC, as you should. As you should.
Inherited a great program versus
because they need to learn how to read. They need to learn how to read.
Who had to build theirs from scratch. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and I will go over them in the next
because
episode.
it's easy. It's also easy to just do the transfer. You just drop in or raising.
Educator. I've spent years observing directors, students, and band programs through recording their performances and practices, traveling with them, and creating web series and documentaries. With that established, this is all the stuff that I have observed about the two different types of directors. Let's start with the director who inherited that program. Pros and cons. Pros, they often have access to resources like
So I want to get to this, and to be fair, I think a majority of like the programs that he's been around, especially since he's graduated or at the very least like not been marching, is like high school programs. So like stuff like the booster clubs and whatnot, like that's more applicable to high schools. I think we'd all say. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what nobody say. Taylor Pen game is trash now, especially for a band who's one of the top and been there for too long. Like his song he wrote for the Fifth was "What the Fuck This Sad." Yeah. I don't know if I would go as far to say like it's trash. Like he still wrote oh my god, what song he wrote like last year? I know he wrote a couple songs versus us. No, not 24. I meant 23. But also like Southern's in this like super. He wrote Anytime, Any Place. Anytime, Any Place. That was gas. And that was a 4-minute one. Damn. Whoa. No, they're rallying. Okay, so never mind. I think Mr. Collins wrote Fuck You Mean. Mr. Collins wrote Daylight. I mean, Anytime, Any Place is great. There was something else that he wrote versus us. My Funny Valentine. My Funny Valentine was like really good. So I don't know if I would go as far to say trash, but between the fact that like, of course, as a headband director, you have less time to arrange, right? Ain't trash, but you be fucking tweaking. I agree. And I think the reason why like it might feel like it's trash instead of just like a few mistakes or like a few missteps or just like a few things that like, don't really fit the band sometimes is number one, Coolin's right. The song selection is garbage. And number two, Southern has been in this thing the past 2 years where they're playing like everything that they've been playing for like the last 50 years. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but like 30 years. Like, no cap, aside from the fact that Simmons wrote it, there's no reason for you to play Backstabbers. And they played it at more than just us. Thank God lasted for way too long last season. Like, I think the only game that they didn't play Thank God at was Boombox 2. Or the Boombox Battle. Escapism was great. Snooze was whatever. But, like, especially this year, when you have the entire zero, and we'll get to the zero, but the entire zero, they played old shit. So when you play old shit for the entire zero, and then you get to the fifth, and then the one thing that you pull out is like pretty bad, it's like, damn, nigga, you really, like, you just went 0 for 1. You're shooting 0%. That shit's ass. But getting back to this. Well, actually, Todd arrangements be too long. Like, every time he writes something, it's always long. And it get boring, but write something short and sweet sometimes. I agree. Todd specifically doesn't want to. I think that a lot of Todd's arrangements, and some of the Southern people might crucify me for this. They remind me of old Knighton arrangements. Knighton's best arrangements are like, of course, like great, but sometimes he'll just like loop shit. He would just loop shit. Like, I want to hear some new shit. Thank God was overplayed like Power. Yeah. And to be fair, like, those are, like, crazy finishers. But Southern is usually a band that has, like, multiple finishers over the course of the year. And last year, they just didn't. And this year, I don't think they have one yet. So, I guess we'll see if they have one in the future. But getting back to this, pros of someone who's inheriting a program: all they have to do is follow the program structure and they're set up for success. Not true. Not true. Because most times, and mind you, I'm speaking from college, not high school. Most times, and you could probably apply this to high school too, the reason why there's a new director, not saying that they're quote unquote needed, but like, no cap, most directors are going to stay at a school until there's a very clear successor, or until like they just get old as fuck. So at that point, like the structure that led to that program's like success is pretty much like deteriorated, or at the very least like super changed. So most people who are inheriting a program, they're inheriting it from either like a very low point or a point that's like not defined. Oh shit, I didn't even know I could do this. Oh my god, that's fire. That's fire. Anywho. But yeah, I don't even think this is a pro. To be honest, aside from like this, and even, we're Xing out the proven system thing, most times, like what the hell did Bonds inherit at Valley, aside from already having traditionals? And then I guess like he already had like 50 members compared to at Dega, like they just didn't have a band. Trace says, Southern thing when they play a song that's just power and blowing it, they think they beating you. Like, bro, y'all not. Calm down. Facts. Cause swear to God, I was asking all my juke friends, like the 2 times that we played them, like after we played, and they're like, oh yeah, we was booing the fuck out of y'all. I'm like, okay, but what about the ballad? Like, what about the 6 rounds of ballads that we played back and forth? Like, how about that? How about the styling? How about the tubas that aren't playing? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't like half of this. I don't even think applies to most like people that inherit a program. To be honest, because like even with Simmons, even at TSU, like most niggas would say like right before Simmons, not the Ocean's whole history, but like right before Simmons, nigga, the Ocean wasn't doing nothing that like they could replicate for the next decade and still see success. Like, I love my old heads, but like they know that like if the program had continued to run like it was in 18, 19, 21, all like for the next decade, like they wouldn't have stayed in like a top 5 conversation. They wouldn't have had 192 on the field. They wouldn't have been doing that.
Club sponsors money.
I'm gonna skip to the cons though.
The cons that I've noticed,
because he basically just reads it out. Cons: alumni and others may feel like the new director isn't worthy. They may resist change or think that they still run the show. And then pressure: these directors have a lot of expectations to continue success or take the program to new heights. Trey: I might be wrong, but Dr. Lil really built JSU in my opinion. I understand they have their own style, but for pure sound and identity, now Lil built that to me because he been there when JSU was bad. The thing about Jackson is that I think that Little evolves Jackson. Because like if you go back and watch like Jackson versus Southern in like the 2000s, or even like back like Jackson versus Fam in like 2000, Jackson versus BCU in like 01, Jackson versus TSU in 05. I love that battle. TSU whipped the dog shit out of them. But it's because they were playing like Morris Brown, no cap. Like they were truly playing like Morris Brown. Like everybody else was playing Outkast by then. Everyone else was playing a Kanye arrangement every year. Everyone else was playing a Jay-Z arrangement every year. And Jackson was still like starting out half their battles with Purple Carnival. And not only Purple Carnival, but they were playing like very unevolved arrangements. Now they still had the sound, they still had the style, but like it just wasn't maximized. I'll agree with you on that, Trey. Like Little really like brought his swag and like brought his personality and like really evolved the band to like a modern sound. And honestly, like they kind of reset the tone for sound. Like they took what like TSU was doing with like split parts and upper register shit with tubas and whatnot, and then they included more chords, and evolved like the symphonic sound that Jackson already had, but like with more numbers. And then even when they didn't have more numbers in like 17, he just wrote it like it way more of an emphasis on like moving parts, especially in like counter melody with mellows, walking down, walking up, playing arpeggios and whatnot, that just wasn't there before. But then when he first got there, he was also like writing too much. Cause I don't know what the staffing situation there was. I think they had like 2 directors by like 15. Like before Johnson, and like I forgot what the dude's name was that came back for them. But like there were like 2 of them. And like Little was writing like everything, and it was very clear that like he could not be writing everything. So, and that also goes to these cons, because no cap, this first point is always the case. Always the case. Never is it not the case. And especially for like A1 programs, it is the case with not only head directors, but assistant directors. I'm more than sure that at Albany State, when Will Brooks got over there, as great of an arranger as he proved himself to be, as great as an assistant as he proved himself to be at K-State, I'm sure that there was some niggas when he went to Albany State that's like, damn, can this nigga really run a band? Can this nigga really run our band? Mind you, Albany State, literally, I'm gonna go back. Shout out to E if E's watching this on the playback, or if he joins like right now or a little bit later. Albany State, we're gonna look at 2018. I'm just picking a random year. We're gonna see how big the band is and how like, established the program is, just in terms of like the sound and whatnot. And I still think that like, if you were to ask people who were around then, who were crabbing in 18, like how they felt when like Will Brooks took over the program, even though E came in here and he was like, yeah, they was dealing with some shit, some instability in the program and whatnot, I'm sure there was still some alumni that, even with the size of the program previously, and then what he has it on day one, and the transfer that he brought day one, and the sound that he produced in day one, I'm sure there were still people who were like, yo, what the fuck is he doing here? I'm telling you, for this band, there's alumni here that were looking at what Will Brooks did like last year, and like, nah, you gotta prove it, Youngblood. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. No shade, but that's crazy. Immediately, day one, I think last year, game one, there's like 20 to 30 more heads on top of this size band that they had last year. So like, this first con, this is true no matter what. This is true no matter what. Shout out to the 11. Let me know if y'all come in from the video. Let me know if y'all come in from the video and how y'all felt about my opinions. I just wanted to look at this video first, and then we'll get to We'll get to something. We'll get to the zero quarter.
Others might feel the new director isn't worthy. They might resist change or think they still run the show.
And this also happened at TSU, by the way. This happened at TSU from alumni and just from like regular niggas. Niggas looking at the way that we marched in 22, like, oh shit, they're just Southern with a T on it. It's like, nigga, stop. Please stop. Granted, is there shit that changed in that band that is very clearly like, oh, okay, this is just the only way that like these niggas know how to run shit? Whether it's like Southern inspired or Jackson inspired, yeah, sure. But is it to the extent of niggas being a copycat? No. Is it to the extent to where like niggas should be like, oh my god, they're gonna ruin the band? Nigga, no.
The most obvious one is pressure. These
Nigga,
students have a
no.
lot of expectations.
Ocean's the best it's been in a decade.
Success or take the program to new heights. What are your thoughts? What pros and cons do you see for directors who inherit a successful program?
I think that another one that he low-key missed, and I know he was just doing two just to get the conversation started. And also shout out to Stephen Holiday. Subscribe to him. What's it called? I mean, he's probably like the Show Style Talk has gotten a little bit inconsistent. Rogers Bros, they rebuilding. So right now he's probably like either number 2 or number 3 behind like Kev in terms of like niggas that react. So y'all probably already know him if y'all watching me. But like one that I think he missed that I've definitely seen in terms of a con of inheriting a program is like you can't start scratch. You can't start from scratch. So like there's arrangements that like we've played. What's an example? Close to You. This is a rearrangement. Niggas played this in 06. So like when Mr. Hunter and them came on staff, like if they just like Close to You, like the song. Actually, who rewrote this? Coleman. Coleman rewrote this. I don't even think Coleman was like officially on staff. I think he was a ranger, not a director for us. He rewrote this. But like he couldn't rewrite it from scratch. And like that is such a limiter on like everybody. To know this like old song and like want to, you know, put your own twist to it, want to arrange it, want to compose it, but you can't because the school has a history. And you have to follow this framework or you piss off even more people. And you need that alumni support or else this is empty. Like he had to follow this framework, and I say have to. Like I mean, you know, no one has to do anything. We played it better at Bama State.
This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has
no one has to do anything, but like you know, it's just the creative limiter of it all. This is before I moved up to the top. Now. Even that small change, I'm telling y'all, the older bros in P5, they notice that. They're like, what? And mind you, no one's spazzing out over this. No one's like crashing out over like a little change like that. But like, that's what they notice. Because they play that shit. That's all memories. Ba-ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. They notice shit like that for everything. Just like when he was at Lanier, Dr. Lil had that little band smash on everybody. Shout out Lanier, cause I've actually gone back. Shout out former captain. I've gone back and like listened and watched what he was doing at Lanier. Niggas was going around Mississippi fucking up heads. And this was like, I think they were traveling too. Because for some reason I remember like a Whitehaven and Lanier battle. Or at least like being in the same place. But yeah. Like that also goes into all this. Like even more so than just like the program. Like even just as a writer. Like you can't start from scratch on like the old shit. Now in terms of building a program, I also know a little bit about this from like high school. Going back and like seeing Mr. Walsh at Westbury and his progress. And like technically he still did inherit the program, but like they weren't shit before. So, you know, for all intents and purposes, he built the program. I don't even remember if they were show style before 2010, but I might be wrong. Every achievement from growing the band size to creating the band is a big win. The director gets a fresh start to establish the style without having to change an existing tradition. This is the big thing. Nigga, you get to make your own version of Neck. You get to make your own version of Skin I'm In. You get to make your own version of Choppa Style. You get to make your own version of any fucking song. You don't even have to follow like the regional structure. You don't have to just only have Mississippi classics as your traditionals. If you're, taking over or building a program in a Mississippi high school. 2010, he gave LLI the business at the MLK Battle of the Band. I think Gulfport, Mississippi. Huh. I might put that as some homework. 2010 MLK Battle of the Band. My SSI. Notre Dame should play at HBCU school every third year. Is Notre Dame band good or something? Or are you just saying so niggas can go out there? I think this is the college battle. I might not be able to find it. I know niggas weren't recording everything. Back then. Great halftime shows. I can believe it. That's one thing that I'll give okay, I can see their field show. That's one thing I'll always give some, especially like northern PWIs, especially in the area of Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's in Indiana. So they're in the Big Ten area. They're just an independent school. But yeah, no, they can fucking put together a halftime show. They can put together a halftime show. But yeah, this is a big thing. You get to completely start from scratch musically. That is a huge thing. That is an insanely huge thing. And if you don't believe me, literally, look at Craigmont. Look at what Mr. Kennedy's built at Craigmont. That's the blessing of starting from scratch. Compared to like him going to something like Whitehaven. Granted, I don't think that was like a decision that he had to make when he came down from Detroit, but I'm just saying. And then the cons.
It's pretty obvious.
No history, no support. Lots of Irish Catholics. That is a good connection, actually. I wonder how much of that like Catholic or Irish tradition is like instilled in like something like Ohio State. Because, if you know like band history, Carl was also at that Battle of the Band. I'll look for it later. I found here's the fucking battle.
We've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our
I fucking missed it.
You better believe it's happening.
But yeah, if you know like band history and whatnot, like the 8-to-5 marching style that like we all do is like, I don't say stolen, but inspired or taken from. I forgot what band specifically. It might be Ohio State. I forgot. I read it in a book somewhere. Oh, you're talking about building a program. Yes. Carr is also an example of that. When Chalupa got there. When did Chalupa get there? Like, either 09 or like 10 or something? Or maybe it was 12. Because I think the first year that he got there, like, the football team went to state. Southern don't have no discipline. And they is not trained well enough. Now, I don't know what's going on. Everybody got an ego over there. Truthfully, I think the number one way that they went wrong, go look at those bands post Simmons. The size just got out of control. Yeah. And the section that like the two sections that like had very notable like leaders that like were either cold at the horn or like you knew that they ran a tight ship. Tubas with Ed, who was section leader for like 3 years, and then came back for his 5th to run that shit. And then I don't know if he was ever a leader, but Lou in the fucking UFO section. And no cap, that UFO section was just producing like crazy leaders time after time. I know they had Big Boy that went to LLI previous to that. They had some dark skinned dude in 22. But like you had like the figures. And I'm assuming as someone who's been in a band with those figures, even if they're not the best leaders, the chain of command is still gonna run through them, and you still know who to fucking follow. And at least from the outside looking in, over the past like 2 years, they haven't really had those figureheads within the band, within the program. And to be fair, like I don't think that that's necessarily necessary, but it helps with discipline. It helps with you're at sectionals and this person's styling it this way, this person's articulating it another way. Who the fuck do you follow? Well, you follow the cold nigga. Or you follow the nigga that's gonna neck you. Or you follow the nigga that crabbed you. And whoever that is, they have to be known. That's why these labels matter. That also matters in recruiting. Because how you gonna get in a band and get in a program that you don't know nothing about? We talked about that the first time that we talked about Southern. The fact that like no one knows what ship Taylor is running. No one knows his personality. Until like now. He's starting to showcase a little bit more. But like when Hamer gets arrested or Hamer steps down and then Simmons leaves, and that's within a 3-year span, and one of those is a COVID year, like the two biggest personalities that were in that band for a decade are now gone. So you have the third fiddle who's now the head. And no one knows what they're walking into. I just want to listen to this real quick. Damn, it's from the back. This isn't good content. Y'all aren't gonna like this. I'll listen to this in my off time. Shout out to old Lanier and old LLI. When LLI was stepping to New Orleans in the summer. I want to get to question, that's one. I want to get to question 2 that he poses.
Moving on to topic number 2. Should bands with media teams charge other media publications to record the band? Example, JSU's media team, what that statement that they put out that we all been seeing floating around places. What do you all think about that? My take?
Absolutely.
It's about time Jackson State started charging people to record the band. I was wondering when they was going to kind of catch on to that, you know what I mean? And I think all HBCUs that have media teams should follow suit and do the exact same thing.
Now, this is very interesting to me. Because I came to the conclusion like not that long ago. Now like man, band is one of the only like pieces of or industries of content on the internet that I know of to where like the only way or the main way that people like consume that, the main way that people interact with that is through like independent videographers. That's like so unique to me. I do agree with him. I'm on the fence because Southern had to hire one of them niggas. Like Southern hired Garrett. And that's the edge. And he started out as an independent videographer however many years ago, doing summer bands, doing Southern, doing Alcorn, doing whoever. Right? And like granted, that was during an era where like very clearly Southern didn't know the impact of having the clips on social media. That's why they fucking hired him. At one point in time, MF Cool, who I think has stopped doing band, right? I think that's the guy who stopped. Oh no, he didn't stop. Never mind. I forgot who stopped. No one cares. Dublin, Irish Georgia football. What's it called? But like MF Cool was working for TSU at one point. And now I don't think he's working with Jackson. He might just be based in Mississippi and just, you know, go to all the Jackson and Alcorn stuff. What I'm saying is that, like, it's such an interesting predicament that, like, the first generation of those videographers either kept going or got bought out, right? And now they're, like, affiliated with a specific university. And so for basically the remainder of them who, like, stayed independent, stayed whatever, to now be faced with, like, okay, well, you either pay up or not. Trent T. Yes, that's who Jackson got. And TSU's media team has also stepped up, but I don't think that they hired any independent videographers. At least no big ones, not that I know of. And so it's just so interesting to me to sit there and be like, okay, now we got to charge you. And granted, if it's like Jackson, then it's like, okay, well, like, what can you really do, right? Because, like, Jackson very clearly is one of those that cares about their media team, is one of those that has invested in their media team, is one of those that has an independent videographer, I don't know if he's linked anywhere, like, working with them. Their Instagram has been going insanely crazy over the past year in just their level of activity on there. The level of activity, the level of photos that they're capturing, the moments, the oh my god, the clips, oh my god, the edits, they've been going insane. So if it's like a thing where, like, Jackson's doing it, no cap, sure, fuck it, why not, right? Niggas have been eating off y'all, right? I get it. One thing I will say is that, like, I hate the fact that they're slow. That's one. I hate the fact that they're slow. But I get it. Like, they have way more cameras. They have way more angles, way more inputs and whatnot. Because they're the official, right? So they have more stuff to put together. I hate the fact that they're slow. And I hate the fact that now this will put the onus on them to basically, like, curtail their own experience that you're going to see. So, like, remember a few years ago when everyone was like, oh shit, Southern edits their fucking clips, right? And it's like, well, no cap, nah, shit, you have to edit them. But that was before, like, people really understood what, like, editing was, right? So, like, even when I go through to edit, like, the videos on the channel, the first thing I do every video is normalize the audio. Now, if you don't edit, you don't know what that means. But, like, basically, I have the computer. I click the audio track of me talking, and the audio track of, it was Trin. Okay. Yeah, he stopped making band footage. Oh, but JSU had just signed him last year. Oh, I thought JSU Ben had him. Damn. Because I do remember that. Like, I remember seeing his video. Yeah, that he had... I didn't really get it. I really didn't get it. Like, but I respect the decision, I suppose. I'm assuming that he was he was talking about, like, the Greek aspect of the culture and whatnot, and, like, that gets complicated. I think a lot of people misunderstand a lot of that, but who am I? So It's whatever. Notre Dame at Gettysburg. Irish are your friends. shout out to Canute. He is an Irish fan for real. I respect it. What's it called? But yeah, like if y'all remember a few years ago when people were like, "Oh my God, Southern edits their clips," that's gonna happen in like a year or so with Jackson, right? Where people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, they're editing the clips." It's like, okay, yeah, they have to edit it for it to be listenable. Killer Kev edits the clips. Like, it's not just natural audio. The only person who like has it as just like natural raw audio is probably like Smash Time. But that's also because like Smash Time gets in the weeds of the band, which they're also trying to put a stop to, by the way. But he gets like in the weeds of the band, and he doesn't have like a central mic. So like as he moves, you just hear like different sides of the band and different people sticking out and whatnot. Damn, the fucking emoji. Notre Dame should play Gremlin. No cap. I think if we're talking about like an actual like fifth or an actual thing that would actually be like a good showcase, similar to like LSU and Southern, I think that Notre Dame versus Graham or like PV. Late season PV. What's good, Selena? I seen your comment. I'm gonna open up the comments after we're done with whatever we're doing. Yeah, Trim plays cymbals for Southern. Yes, I believe he did, because I've gone back and looked at Southern. I'm like, oh my God, is that the fucking nigga? Showtime got natural audio. Yeah, Showtime also has natural audio, and that's why everyone calls him fucking trash. That's why everyone calls him trash, because he does natural audio. Because it's muffled. It's not. Well, that also might be on the mics that they're using, to be fair. What's it called? But like, yeah, no one likes natural audio, so yeah, you have to edit it. If you don't edit it, it's not gonna sound good. It's not gonna sound good. Especially like the people who are like, no pun intended, but A1 at this shit. Actually, I have them over here. Marching Sport and A1, I am more than sure if you ask these niggas, yes, they edit every single thing that goes on the channel. That's your due diligence. Like, you just have to do that. There's nothing really wrong with it. But I say that to say, there are some times where these niggas can be shiesty with the shit that they're editing. Same with Southern, and I'm sure it has happened or will happen with Jackson. And as Texas Southern's media team also gets better, I'm more than sure it will be the same for Texas Southern. As a nigga who was in this band, notice that even as Mr. Simmons came into the program and revamped the social media team as he got here and whatever, this is all ass, by the way. This is all garbage. All of this is pretty bad. Notice it took forever for these band room clips to be heard. Forever. There's a reason why. Showtime old as fuck. Shout out to Showtime, bro. Shout out to Showtime. Oh my God. He has been in the game in a long time. But show us like Marching Sport. Like that nigga had forums. He made HBCU band forums. And also, just that first generation, all them niggas are getting old. That's why, like, Killer Kev might retire soon. But, anywho, I hate the fact, the only thing that I have to say about, like, making niggas pay, if it's, like, the top 3, or, like, Jackson specifically, I guess. But I hate that it's going to lead to, like, we just gotta wait for Jackson to post. Jackson got natural audio on their channel. They just need better mics. As you can see, clearly I don't go to Jackson's page, so I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what their I don't know what their clips sound like. We can listen to the start of this fifth. Shout out to everyone who came from the 5th reaction. We're about to get to the 0 reaction after I get done yapping. Oh my God, no one cares. 3. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wind as hell. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Trey. They need way better mics. They need some booms. I don't know if they have booms. Shout. Well, no pun intended, but they need booms. They need booms, and if they don't have a fucking cover, they can't leave it exposed. And it sounds like it's exposed. But anyway, great halftime shows. Irish versus HBCU shows. I want to see it. Any northern Midwest, like whether it's Michigan State, Ohio State, I want to see them go against either them Florida schools, PV or Graham, or I guess Southern. But yeah, let's see. We'll finish out with.
I'm not kidding you. Here's why.
Brother
As
Steven
someone
has
who
to
works in
say.
the entertainment industry and on marketing teams for film productions, I totally understand why they are doing this and the importance of doing this. A band is like a business. If they want to charge people to record them, they should. And check this out. Just yesterday, I saw the HBCU band community raise money for Killer Kev to attend the Boombox Classic.
That did happen.
Like it was nothing.
Very
Just
fast.
Boom, 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 boom. The community supports each other, and in the end, it's a win-win for everyone. JSU and Southern both have strong media teams that promote the program and produce a lot of revenue. So to me, it only makes sense that they charge other media publications to come and record the band, because that's definitely a way that they make money and produce revenue for the band. So
I agree. I agree, especially because like the pot is like so spread out. Like no cap, like I don't think there aren't many people in the culture right now that understand YouTube. Like I'm just being completely candid. So like as much as you ready for Texas Southern versus Southern, I hope both those bands are ready for that game more than I am, but I can't wait to see it. I'll just say that. But yeah, people don't like some people. Shout out to Band Raw. I was in his live the other day that he did with Smash Time, and he was talking about the Jackson charging stuff, and it was really the thing that was nasty about it specifically is the fact that they did it like in the middle of the week for the next game for Boombox. They knew what they were doing. You could have announced that at the beginning of the year, especially because that wasn't y'all first home game. Y'all just cared to get in front of, the battle of the year. But people don't understand. Like, I'll just do Savannah State. We'll just do one battle. And it's not even a battle. Just one game. This person has 4,000 views on cell phone cam footage of Southern's, quote, epic fifth quarter battle. Mind you, there's no other band in this thing, so this is just a lie. This is 4,000. This is 4,000. This is 2,000. This is 500. This Dancing Dolls page has 9,000. I really don't know why the Dancing Dolls are on another page, but anywho. This is all stifling views from this. This is also stupid. We talked about this last stream. Don't do this. Don't just combine the halftime show with the 0, with the 5th, with the in-game foot. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Literally, you can just like I'm sure they're gonna make the adjustment because they're going to end up with way less money. Oh, they already made the adjustment. Yeah, they did for Boombox. Oh, so they were just doing it for the white people. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But like, and it is sad that like it looks like they were ahead of this. Like this is over a day ago, right? This is over a day ago. So they got the clips out pretty early, and it's getting cannibalized. 3.5 on the 0, 5 on the 5th, because the videographers are already on it. Also over a day ago. First off, this Jackson fan already has the game footage the day of. Marching Sport already has individual clips of songs the day of. Marching Sport within the game had the 0 quarter up. Killer Kev within the game had the 0 quarter up. 13K. $13K. Wait, Canoe, what are you saying wrong on? Irish play Gremlin in Liberia on August 7th. That would sell a lot of tickets. Is that a real game? Is that actually happening? Or are you just saying like that would be great? I doubt Graham would have the money for that, to be honest. To be completely honest with you. I'm not even calling Graham broke. At least no more broke than like other HBCUs, but yeah. So like I'm definitely cool with the bands doing this. I don't think it needs to be everyone. If it's not A1 or Killer Kev, then I can't listen to the battle because so many audios be too edited, like Marching Sport. They have bass boosted audio that has a dark sound. Can't listen to that. The thing about Marching Sport, Marching Sport's like, it's not the editing for me, it's the angle. It's the angle. But also Marching Sport doesn't make clips, doesn't video for like lots of Irish people love black people. What? What's it called? Marching Sport doesn't make clips to like be first. I don't even think he necessarily makes clips to be like, you know, the ideal, like, you know, whenever you're gonna go back and listen to 2024 Boombox, you're gonna go listen to Marching Sport. He doesn't care. He makes it for like essentially radio. He does it for radio. He does it to give a radio type feel. But getting beyond that, shout out Stephen Holiday. Shout hope to meet you one day at one of these events, right? What's it called? Shout out Lameek too. Tape Master. Shout out the true OGs. The only niggas with like 2005 Jackson versus Southern. Those old Morris Brown clips. Let's get to the zero quarter, man. We got 10 in here. I'm not gonna clip this up. Well, actually, first let me address some of the. We already got the Trey. Shout out Trey. I answered you in the stream. So, Canute, white mom, black mom. Or are you saying you're mixed? Shout. Stephen Holiday, I like watching him. He real, but sometimes too biased. Yeah, sometimes you could very much tell that it's like, okay, you're a MEAC nigga. Like when he was upset all summer about like the hangovers and whatnot, I'm like, gang, you just gonna have to get over that shit. You're gonna have to get over that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because if it's hitting, it's hitting. So, like even me, I had to get over Mob's Mellows. Them niggas really gave me shit for that, bro. That shit's hilarious. Oh, you're saying Bob Marley. Okay. Shout, what's it called? Shout out Bob Marley. Classic musician. Amazing musician. I want to see his movie. I said the same thing. It's almost the exact same tuber break, to be fair. This sounds like... Oh, Water? Yeah. I said that this sounded like Water. Life with Nate, he cool, and watch Arrangements. Shout out to them. I also started watching them because I really like their opinions. The both of those guys. Shout out to them. They're putting in a lot of work. Yeah, Selena. It is the exact same format for the tuber break. Yeah, that high note. Drop down an octave. Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't know if she's still in here, so that's the only reason why I'm responding to there. If it's Jackson versus Tennessee State, he will literally call everything out about Jackson but never say nothing about Tennessee State. Because you know Jackson and Tennessee have a similar style. That's why I compared it. Yeah. And yeah, he his cleanliness bias can come out. And by cleanliness, I don't mean necessarily just like how clean a band plays or how together a band plays. I specifically mean like shit being like Norfolk. But like shit can only be like Norfolk, no cap, if it's fucking simple. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What was the score for both bands? It's here. It's under final scores. $50-22, right? Is that 50-22? 50-21. I gotta lead the horse to water. Y'all mess with KB. I think people give KB too much shit. Okay, you in the bushes. Fair. I think people give KB too much shit. Does he know what he's talking about? Sometimes. But also, I think that a lot of people in the culture have to realize that it is okay. And not only is it okay, but the way that band is growing, it's not just gonna be former section leaders talking. It's not gonna be just former band directors talking. It's not gonna be just former 4-year bandsmen talking. Like the people who you know in the culture talking. Like, it's bigger than that now. And like KB has done an amazing job in the past 3 years of like getting people into the culture, getting people into band. People who have never heard like a full fifth quarter will sit down and watch and listen to KB talk about it. So if he can be the doorway and then still be funny enough to get some of the people in the culture to continue to watch and support, then I don't know. I think that supersedes any like, disagreement or people saying he doesn't know what he's talking about or people getting mad that like his crab mates don't his crab brothers don't claim him. Sydney McLaughlin. She was in the Olympics, huh? I forgot what sport. Harry Belafonte. Shout out to Harry Belafonte. Are you just naming people that like Irish people like? There we go. I gotta do an eye emoji. Gotta lead the horse to water, guys. Gotta lead the horse to water. JSU did win. She does hurdles. She did hurdles. Okay. I'm a hoop head, so that took a majority of my Olympics watching experience. All right, let me add a stream marker. Stream marker added. Markers appear in the video editor after using. Yeah, poking the bear. Sick of here. All right, let's get to the zero quarter because I think it's very telling. Based off the zero quarter, how the fifth quarter eventually goes, and just like the mindset of both these bands going forward throughout the year. Not gonna lie. KB good, he real and don't give a fuck at all. He don't ride no band at all. He just don't have an ear for certain stuff the band heads will understand, but he cool. Yeah. I know some people say that he gets, I think some people take bias as like easy to please or hard to please, right? Me, there's certain things that I can hear in a band that like, no cap, like it's easier to get to a threshold where I'm like, okay, you get a 2 than others, right? But I think that's inherent. Like in band, it's been proven that like it's easier to make a good rap song than a good ballad. So if you have a good rap song, then like no cap, depending on how the battle's going, if you're playing this good rap song versus this great ballad, and I can tell that you're just like trying to pull it out your ass and whatnot, I might give you a 1.5. Even though it was good, sometimes I might give you a 2. If the way of the battle is like allowing for that type of song selection. And some people are just easy to please. Like KB, you're right. KB doesn't hear the phrasing, which is why he calls shit skating. That's not skating. It's either dynamics or it's like, giving up throughout the phrase. And overtaxing a specific section, and so because of that, it just doesn't really make sense for them to be playing everything that they do. Harry Belafonte do. I know who Harry Belafonte is, nigga. Hold on. Also, I think you spelled his name wrong. Yes, I know who Harry Belafonte is. Well, to be fair, I know him more in terms of his involvement with the civil rights movement. To be completely fair, have not sat down and gone through all of his musical endeavors. To be honest, I know who Harry Belafonte is. All right, let's get to the zero. Like I said, I think this is very telling for how the battle goes and for where the heads of these two programs are. This is the first time. This is the first time Southern has seen another band this year. The first time. And to be fair, this is Kenny's song. This is Mr. Collins' song. He can do what the fuck he wants to do with it. But that still doesn't mean that it can be telling that the first time that Southern is seeing another band this year, they first go to songs that are not their own. One song that is not their own. We'll get to the rest of these. Old songs. Like, you've had a month and a half. When you watch the Zero Quarter Jace, you stop playing a song midway because of the sponsors. You know, they got to get that money. You know, for sure. When I was watching the live, Harry was one of the most handsome in the world in his time. My mom was a little bit too young to be in the generation of people who fuck with Harry Belafonte, and I've talked to my grandmother and she doesn't really know much about him, so I'll take your word for it. But like the women in my life, they just weren't tapped into Harry, which is sad because he was a great guy for all intents and purposes. But it had tremendous impact in like everything that he was involved in, whether it was music, acting, political activism, etc. I just think it's very telling that like Southern is at a point to where like a month and a half, we're halfway through September. They haven't faced another band. They half-assed their first 2 weeks. We saw that firsthand. National Battle of Bands is whatever. Like, to be honest, it is truly whatever. And then you had a month of band camp. You've had a month and a half, almost 2 months, depending on when you started band camp. And we'll get to what the rest sounds like. But especially to pull this out, niggas don't got the mellows for this. This song, Southern playing right now, they mellow solid. They mellow soul. They not powerful enough. And if you want to know how the song is like, oh yeah, I know. I've heard when they play this. I think this is either 2016, sometime between 16 and 18 New Orleans. That 40 piece, whatever year that 40 piece was, they're fucking creasing this. And it was 17. I remember it was 17. Because that's the year that The Edge has the audio version of them. That's the year Cash and all them niggas went out there. Yes, they played Deads. I know my fucking history. And these niggas not gonna disrespect me. Melo's fucking garbage. Put your horns down. It's just so telling to me. It's so telling to me. It's like LeBron trying to do a 360 dunk right now. You're 40, nigga. Jukebox, you're 40. I'm going to put that side by side. Is it right here? Or is this... Actually, I'm going to tell y'all how well I think I know myself. I think the song that is about to be played is Toxic. I was wrong. I was wrong as hell. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Don't do my boy Brown like that. That nigga's 40, bro. I was born on LeBron James's first game. I'm 20. That's like in the 5th when Southern played that rap song, their last song, and the you folks was as you played that in February against Digga this year, like as you Southern don't got a book for the first battle. The biggest battle. That's insane. This is how a band is supposed to sound playing this. Shout out, big bruh. Shout out, big bruh. I think multiple older bros was in this bitch. I think Paul might have been doing New Orleans this year. Mellows. Downbeat. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I completely agree with... I forgot who it was on the Bandhead podcast. They were like, if you don't have the band... If your band's not fucking better than either a previous year or whatever band played the shit that you want to play, don't fucking play it. Don't fucking play it. Notice... TSU has played multiple all-star band arrangements. The whole staff has all-star band experience. Founder of New Orleans, Mob arranger, former LLI arranger, and current head arranger for GAM. The only summer band arrangements that you've heard TSU play from a band that was arguably better than TSU is in 22 when we played Get You Some. No cap, 22, my crab year, we're not beating the fucking Regulators. I'm sorry. We're not beating the Regulators. And y'all know, whenever I say the Regulators, y'all know what year I'm talking about. Year 1 Regulators, we're not beating that. We're not beating that. Sorry. Other than that, all the Mob songs that we've played at TSU, that's when Mob was garbage. And it might just be one. It might not be multiple. I might be tripping. But like, Hunter's only pulled out like shit that like Mob played during the down year. And until this year, that was his last year that he did Mob. I think that was 21. We even played nothing from 2019 Mob. That's because them niggas would smash TSU. Them niggas would smash 22 TSU. I don't know what SU attempt is. Didn't Memphis try to play this also? I don't know. Memphis? What they want? I don't know if Memphis tried to play it. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. And I've re-listened to these battles like countless times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been loving Memphis since 22. I don't know what SU attempt to play any of New Orleans songs is because SU is trash when they try to play any of them. I mean, to be fair, when they played Moonlight, it sounded alright. But that was like 2 years ago at this point. SU is low-key, 23 gam, just sounds repetitive. Sounds repetitive and they're resting on laurels that like they shouldn't be. Like, mellows are not your ministry, nigga. And so Jackson is just matching energy. Y'all gonna play old shit, we gonna play old shit. And they gonna sound better 10 times out of 10. Yeah. I think it's called Death to New Orleans, where they messed up at the indie slow down. Oh no, that's not what they want. That's not what they want. That's an original song. It might have like elements from there. I might not have made that connection when I've listened to it. And actually, I want to break down this part too. Wait a second. People are confused. People are confused. And I think on the Bandhead podcast, they were kind of confused on like who was playing what in this part of the song. That sting, that's B tones. They're splitting that. And you can hear both, and not just hear, you feel those half of the B tones. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then you can still hear the da-da-da-da, that run, even though they're splitting it between, what's that, maybe like 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 23, 24, 25, something like that. Mid-20s. So like 12 is on that. I keep making tuba noises, not UFO noises. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And also, all this, they're covering the fuck out the mellows. I can't wait till JSU get some mellows mid-season when they sound improved, because, oh my, they will be dangerous with mellows. They're still dangerous without the mellows. I think what the mellows are going through right now, last year they, like, them F-horns had a crazy crap class. I don't know what it looks like this year. I think this year, they're feeling the effects of losing the mellow war. Because TSU won. Because TSU got 20. TSU got 20, and specifically TSU got New Orleans. Like, I think this is quite a lot of Georgia in that mellow section, if I'm not mistaken. TSU won TSU won New Orleans. And I think that's why their mellow section is kind of faltering a little bit. I think Southern might have some New Orleans too. I think Lloyd said that Southern has like 5 New Orleans mellows. Last year mellows was more powerful than this year, but they really didn't have none last year. They just blended with the band last year. Well, I think last year a lot of the songs that ended up highlighting them were Pruitt songs, like Kill Bill. This year, they have been asking similar things from the mellows. But not only is that trumpet section beefier, not only are they on from the start. Last year, the trumpets had to ramp up because they went to Southern and they couldn't bring all them trumpets. And they were still like figuring stuff out. They sounded great, but they were still figuring stuff out. And they had like 19 mellows at Southern. And they had like 34 trumpets at Southern. But like you go home and they had like a 40 piece. They had like a 45 piece by Alcorn. I think by us, they had like a 40 piece, 40 plus piece. So the trumpets are just on from the start. Was good, y'all. The trumpets are just on from the start. The mellows have a lot of sophomores, I think. I think half the section is sophomores. Maybe not half. I think they have like eight sophomores, maybe 8 to 10 sophomores, I believe. And everyone else just like took a step up, except like mellows. They might have lost some heads, but between them and tubas, they're fighting it out for who's like the weakest link. Niggas are letting Dog Team get away with like playing parts in isolation or like playing chords on top of the band, but like Dog Team is not like that this year. Dog Team is not like that this year. And neither is the F-horn section. And they'll get better, but so will like everybody else. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Good phrasing. That voicing, I just disagree with the voicing. Why is this all with one section? And you see they can't like push through the phrase because it's ridiculous what he's asking out of them. It's ridiculous. And then you hand it off to your trumpets who are so inferior. So much more of a down step. Go back ahead, you can hear UFO slip in the intro. Let's see. I hear, yeah. I heard some fluffing. I heard some fluffing for sure. Oh, God. This is also just like so uninspired, so like static, so block chord, while UFOs are just not like really styling anything. Like, oh my God. They sound good, but how they play, I don't agree with at all. Yeah, like they are playing the notes. Everybody give a round of applause, man. Round of applause. Round of applause. Oh my God. Oh my God, these 20-year-olds, they're playing music. They're playing notes. They're playing notes. They're playing notes, guys. They're playing, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all supposed to be the fucking standard. What? And it sounds like they got tired when they just got there. The reason why it sounds like that, anytime a band sounds tired, anytime a section sounds tired within their first like 2 to 3 songs, it's because they are. But they're not tired because they're weak. They're not tired because they didn't practice. They're not tired because of stamina. They're tired because the music is asking too much from them. This band writes their melodies, their driving parts, their high parts, and their lower chords and counter melodies all with the same section. On every song. 'Cause they have to. That's how it sounds bad. That's how the phrases don't get finished. That's how. And that's why at National Battle of the Bands, when they play two songs that are supposed to be faster songs, even this song, it's a little bit too slow. Just a little bit. It's not supposed to be like fast. It's not. It's not even supposed to be like moderate. But it's still a hair too slow. That is going to kill these niggas. That is killing them. Because then they gotta hold out these fucking values. They're already not styling. SU only good for whole note and half note to blow for power. They not good for the tongue and slurring. Sometimes I don't understand why directors write songs like that when some of their sections can't play that certain section. Because you have to. Like, we just sat here and said their trumpets are weak, their mellows are subpar. I said in the fifth quarter video, shout out to the fifth quarter video that just dropped, shout out to anyone coming from that, these trombones can't support the band, the tubas are barking but nothing is written for them, and then the percussion is just like kind of non-existent. They're just like back there. They're not really driving anything for the band. Like, they don't really have an impact this year, at least in these arrangements. Even the woodwinds, like, they don't really incorporate the woodwinds much until like ballads, right? So you have to rely on the UFOs. You have to. But if you rely on the UFOs, you tire the UFOs. And then everything sounds bad. But then you give it to the weak sections, and it still sounds subpar. And then we just have to give them points for just playing it. But we can't hear them. And they don't sound that good. That's been SU style. The band world just evolved, and now everyone is seeing SU flaws. Even then, I don't think so. Drumline never been there. I feel like there's some songs that they definitely like are more of a driving factor. But you're right. Like, even the little bit that I know about percussion sections in the SWAC or whatever, like, no one really ranks. What are they? Funk Factory? Is that them? Correct me if I'm wrong. I hate, applying wrong labels. But, I'm not a percussion head. No lie, when I was at the game, all you heard SU people say was they loud as fuck. Say top that JSU. And JSU, to be fair, it took a while for JSU to top it. They did top it. Like, the shit that they were playing in the fifth was loud as fuck. Anytime they played a rap, even what they're about to play is like loud as fuck. But they didn't really care. They didn't really care to top that from Southern. Trust on percussion. Yeah, okay, they are Funk Factory. I'm percussion myself. They not pushing. Yeah, I know JSU is WT. I know Warren Thunder, of course, Funk Train. Just got confirmed on Funk Factory. Every year I forget what PVs is until Labor Day Classic, but then I remember it and I'm like, fuck them niggas. Whenever they face off with Funk Train. And then Langston, for some reason, I know Langston's niggas. I hate that Langston is like our unofficial rival. Cause they're not good. They're not good. This is bias talking. This is bias talk. Actually, not even. Not even. I have no reason to be biased against Langston. I know people at Langston. Well, I know someone at Langston. And I had a full ride to Langston. There's no reason for me to hate on them. I actually like their program. I like their arrangers. They were not in a conversation with TSU. Like, there's no reason for them to be. But anywho, they're tired already. Yeah, they're tired already. What's good, Jared? Had to hop off the stream to listen to Memphis playing We Don't Trust You here comparison. Oh yeah, no, I don't even want to get to comparing this to Memphis and New Orleans as different arrangements, because this is just so just the simple fact that in this one section they just give it all to UFOs. That drop off, you hear that drop off? That's what happens when you don't understand voicing. And when you have a bad trumpet section, to be fair. They don't have the greatest trumpet section. If they get that to Trump Funk, then it might not be that much of a drop off. But like, and by voicing I mean understanding that like UFOs are inherently louder than everything else. That's it. So when you're writing a phrase, when you're writing a phrase like this, why would you end off the phrase with not only the section that's worse? Fuck the quality. Why would you end it off with the section that like is inherently less impactful? And I guess I shouldn't say less impactful, because if that was like layered correctly and you had like 15 screamers, like finishing out that phrase, that could actually be pretty nice. But you would still have to have the support within the meat of the horn and then the overtone of screamers. But here you just isolate them at the end of the fucking phrase. It just goes from your loudest niggas who are already tired because they just had 3 bars in a row into the weakest solo instrument in the band with no overtone. That does not showcase like a good understanding of how to balance out the sound. It just doesn't. Let's all come to the realization here. SU UFOs is weak for that because how long you practice that song and how many UFOs you have. There's no excuses. They the standard, no matter. They're weak. Hey, I get it too. I get that too. Gotta rise to the occasion sometimes. I gotta be in the brain of Southern staff when they come to arrangements, because I genuinely don't understand what made them want to do certain things in the song. I don't get it on a lot of these, but a lot of it comes down to voicing. Truthfully, it comes down to voicing, and then I guess like personal phrasing within sections. Yeah, no. It's just, I don't know. Give me a sec. I gotta respond to this text. I missed the old SU. Facts. We was listening to some 21 Southern, some of Simmons' last arrangements there. Like, this whole middle section is so dragged out to me. It is. Hold on. I gotta respond to this text, though. I didn't like that trombone part. It sounded muddy. It always sounds muddy. We can just appreciate these niggas playing this and making this song sound like it actually belongs to be played. They just added extra shit to this. They just added extra shit. Like, that's so crazy. And the crazy thing is that beat tones are louder than deep. Yeah. Yeah, their beat tones are low key. And to be fair, it's because they're being used better. It's not because just like you have them play a C and you have Southern play a C, Jackson is better. Like, that's not why. But they're being used better. They're being used more scarcely, and so it's leading to a better product. Is it just me, or do they have more mellows than the merge, or did the merge, or when they did the merge, they had more mellows than what they had now? I'm sure they lost some. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised. It happens. This is not the whole. Oh, it's not the whole mellow section. Okay. Maybe they didn't lose some. Maybe they just sat some only. JSU mellows and drum section got small. I don't know what's going on. They're bigger than merge. Yeah, and this is a home game too, so I don't know. I believe that JSU didn't bring the whole thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're being used correctly here, but Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. Skate 5 skate. Who you telling, man? Jesus Christ. I heard it was some students on academic probation. How the fuck you get academic probation in 2 weeks? What? I'm not getting on you. Shit, what do I call you? You got so many words in your shit. Nothing but band shit, but I'm just saying, like, if that's the case, what the fuck are these niggas doing? They playing that part properly at all. They're focused so much on Yam and then else. They're not focused on playing clean shit. It's written right. I don't know. Again, it comes down to phrasing and voicing. It was voiced correctly. It's just the phrasing now. Hold on, one. I'm a mute so I can voice the text this, and then what's it called? Well, I'll be back. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna pause real quick. Yeah, Trey said, yeah, that's when they paused because of the sponsorship money and announcements. That's fair. And although I can hear that and I can see that, they still did fluff the beginning. Now, it might be because some people were unsure they were supposed to be playing and whatnot. Now, I don't really know why they whooshed them, but, like, because it wasn't that bad, you know. They just kind of sounded unsure. But also, yeah, I know they stopped playing because of the announcements, not because they fucked up. But tubas weren't on the same page in terms of tempo, and they were trying to find it and catch up, too. So that, I know that happened. Same shit I said. How to get that in 2 weeks? Yeah. I gotta change my name. It is too long. Oh my god. Like that part, there's no reason why UFO should be playing all of this. Girls, you know you better watch out. And got some girls are only about that thing. Like you would give that to upper brass to finish off that phrase if they were stronger. And even if they're not strong, cool. Give the UFOs a break. No cap. If I'm not gonna lie, literally, I think if you give this to Jackson, they just give that intro to trombones, and they just have like they probably have mellows and woodwinds on a pluck part. Da 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 da. Oh 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 oh. And you probably have trumpets on what? Do 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 or whatever that harmony that Lauren's like soft toning throughout all of that. And then you probably have You probably split up UFOs on like some some low support chords, and then you give that to the trombones. And that's a much better product than this. They play this like it's a fucking... They play everything like a power ballad. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, there's supposed to be... Like, there's so much voicing in there that you have to play around with. You just don't. You just decide not to. I promise you, if JSU one director face all Southern directors again in a fresh ballot of bands part this year, he will literally win SU off the map. That man is talented as well. Yeah, like Johnson literally solo squatted them in the 5th. Like that's just what happened. But yeah, especially if he has another shot at it. Oh my god. I was gonna pull up fucking the 5th, but I don't feel like it. Is this 2 more? That already did. Okay. Where am I? Right here. There's just, I don't know. There's so many ways to do this. And this just isn't one of them, I feel. Travis is much needed. I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of stuff that Mr. Pruitt could definitely take the load off with them, and we'll see that over the course of the year, especially. But shit, I don't know. In terms of to win the battle, Travis was not needed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now they'd probably be playing more rap songs if Travis was still on staff. Yeah, he brings the energy for sure. Yeah, but he's definitely missed, like Trey said. He's definitely missed. Because he does give them a different sound and different level of aggression. Even this, like the trombone break doesn't get to breathe because you have this give that voice to somebody else. Give that voice to somebody else. Like stop overtaxing a single section. An undermanned section at this. This is a pretty small trombone section for this band. Dr. Lil got that heat and he didn't even write for the 5th at all. He didn't. That's so crazy. He just played 10-year-old shit in the 5th. Oh my god. And Mel's just messed that up too. Oh my god. Somebody missed the fucking accidental. Ba 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 ba. Piccolo. Yeah, Piccolos can have that voice. It's just like spread it throughout all fucking woodwinds. I don't know, gang. That's so sloppy. That lack of ta 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 ti ta ta. Like. I'm not saying because he'd be needed for a battle. I'm saying the energy he give the Boom at the same game, the Boom with board plans and whatever. For sure. This was definitely a boring. This was a boring battle on both sides. This was a boring and the energy that Mr. Pruitt brings regardless. Yeah, the energy that Mr. Pruitt brings regardless, it definitely will liven up some songs and just the band in general. Yo, New Orleans used to bust the fuck out of this song, man. God damn. You know, he definitely would provide us some good energy. I do fuck with you know, them bringing back a decade old song every year to basically be their finisher. I'm gonna get to your message in a sec because I think that opens a different conversation. Y'all got to think the Boombox last year 5th was boring until they had that Boombox Part 2, and people really saw that SU wasn't messing with Jackson. It's gonna be the same again this year if they have a battle of the band. The reason why I think it's even different for last year is because number one, I mean people are stupid, people are artificial. So people saw that Jackson moved in front of them and were like, "Oh my God, they finally did it." Right? That's number one. That carried a lot of people's excitement. But two, to be honest, like, you know, I mean, we're you know, we just got off of talking about Mr. Pruitt. Kill Bill is a fucking crazy arrangement. And this provided a lot of excitement. And this was so much more kinetic and still powerful of an arrangement than most of the stuff that I think they played in the 5th this year. Like listen to how this moves. And then the y'all hear how that phrasing is being passed throughout the band and how everyone's singing? I just killed my ex, not the best idea. Like, and mind you, I don't think. Oh shit, this is 60K. Damn. I was gonna say I don't think most people watched it through Killer Geb. I guess most people did. I'm looking for my dumbass. Damn, it's pulling up everything except the shit I need. Oh my God. But I think Jackson played better songs last year, to be honest. That boy bald headed now, no more dreads. Are you serious? And is he actually at Alcorn? Is he? I didn't add Alcorn's clips here, and it looks like we're not even gonna get to. Well, we might get to this battle because I don't think I have much to say. Well, not much to say, but as much to say about this as we did Boombox. But I do have some homework to do, so I can't do an all-nighter, sadly. But we're almost done with these mid-ass niggas anyway. But yeah, I think Jackson. I agree with you that like Jackson's still gonna whoop them in like a later battle of the bands. But I also think that Jackson just had like a better 5th last year. Like, to be honest with you. But that's because, no cap, this year's 5th is more in line with like the 5th that they had in, what was that, 21? And then like 19. Where they just get in a fucking like musical pissing contest with each other. They just get in a fucking like, ooh, I can play runs. Ooh, I can play runs better. Ooh, nigga, shut the fuck up. Play some enjoyable music. Like, they did that shit in, I forgot what year, but like Simmons did a bunch of shit, and it's like, damn, nigga, I didn't like none of this. Like, it sounded good, but like, I didn't care. You know? Like, I wish they would still play to the crowd as much as they did like last year. Last year was the first time in a few years that I felt like they really played to the crowd. Most of the time for Boombox, they do not play to the crowd. So I'll say that in terms of Boombox being boring. Yeah, this was their kickstart to them getting how they are now in their book. was a lot more better. Also, I like it. It brought so much energy to the Yeah, Alcorn did have a home game Saturday. They have a few clips. They have a few clips. Shout out Rogers Bros. Is the high school battle? Those was a mile. Where's Alcorn? Maybe it was closer to today. Like, why are you folks playing all of that? They're playing like the main melody, and then they also play "Lucky for You, that's what I like, that's what I like." Like, nigga, give it to someone else, please, for the love of God. I don't know where the Alcorn clips are. Okay, MF Cool. Am I not sub to MF Cool? I swear I'm sub to MF Cool. I'm not. That's why I didn't see him. Yeah, add him to the playlist. We'll see if we can get to him. Like, y'all hear how that's phrased? Mind you, this is Mr. Taylor. This is Mr. Taylor, by the way. So let's all hold our tongue on this. But y'all hear how this is finished? Who the fuck is playing that? Here I am, baby. Like, who the fuck is playing the baby? Cause whoever it is, they're fucking up. I think it was trumpets that last time. Mind you, a few people still slipped off the note at the end of the phrase. Let alone, back to what we were saying earlier, why do you give it to an inferior sounding section? Why do you give it to a section that is going to not lay the ball up? Just inherently, because of the instrument. Okay, I like that. Bro sounds like Goofy. Because that's how they sound playing this shit, bro. Yeah, man. And that's not even to mention, like, this is the 0 quarter. You played, well, you're about to play 2 songs that you've played before. You started the battle playing a song that didn't start out with you. And you played, to be fair, you played a fan favorite that's not current. You played like a 5-year-old song. And then you played Moneybag Yo and We Don't Trust You. These just didn't sound that good. This one didn't sound that good, and it's not like old and not current. So no cap, why are you playing it in the 0? This is cool. This is cool song selection. And then this is old. So even still, niggas went into 0 and played a bunch of songs that either no one wanted to hear, we've heard already, played better, or they just fucking suck. These niggas annoy me. I'm not even like mad. I'm not even hating. I'm just annoyed. My fault. I was trying to increase the quality. There we go. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed. And I'm particularly annoyed because, like, these niggas still have dick riders. Dick riders need to know when to retire. Like, there's a time to be a dick rider and when not to be. How do you run out of gas in the zero? Trumpets, trumpets, please. Come on, bro. Come on. It's just upsetting to... It's so upsetting to me. It's so upsetting. And this shit is so loud. This shit is so loud. Guys, I don't even have to play favorites. This shit was written in 2013. Y'all see the energy? Y'all heard how, like, clean it was? It's simple, it's old, so they're gonna smash it. No questions asked. Like, that's just, it just is. It just is. And I'm not even acting like they're like the greatest things in sliced bread. Like, I want more second trumpet. I want more mellow. Dog Team is very clearly at the bottom of this podium. Everyone else is just like so good that it doesn't really matter. You know? Like, I don't know. I don't even want to hear Can You Stand the Rain. I truly don't even hear that. I don't care.
I was so
I don't
when
care.
I heard the sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud9. What's up? This is Mike. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper.
I don't care. On to Tennessee State and fucking UAPB. Let me know who's here, bro. God damn, bro. I'm so depressed because of them niggas. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. That just sucked the soul out of me. Pause. Like, any and all energy like I had, bro. And it's not because they sound that bad. It's because I'm looking at, like, I am somehow. Thank you, yeah. It's cause we're looking at like a 250 piece just like play mid as fuck. Play so mid. And play old shit mid. And it's not any 250 piece. It's like a juggernaut of this shit. It was mid because I was expecting a lot. I'm not even expecting... That's the thing. I don't think I expect that much from them. I'm not expecting them to be the best band in the world. I'm not. Because that's Jackson. That's my expectation of Jackson. My expectation of Southern is like... the same level of phrasing that like... or voicing that I get from like... Alabama State. I just want them to be like... I just want the distinction in the... Not how clean it is, not how square it is or whatever. I want each part to feel like distinct from each other, like Norfolk. Shit, I am, because they both the standard. But even that, I'm not even taking that at face value. Because they were never the standard to me. They were never the standard. Even when you're the best band in the world, you're not quote unquote the standard. Per se. Like, yes, you're the best in the world and like people are trying to beat you. Sure. But like the best in the world has flaws. The standard should be getting as least flaws as possible. Even when Southern was the best in the world, they still had flaws. No one just was able to piece together the things that was their flaws and excel at them. Like Dega couldn't do it, Jackson couldn't do it, Alcorn couldn't do it, and that was it. Everyone else was like rebuilding or shit. I'm not sad because I low-key expected this. I'm happy as long as JSU win. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't care if it's by an inch or what is a win. And I get it. You know, I should be like that as a Texas Southern nigga too. It's just sad. It's sad because like you also want to beat niggas at their best. You know? You want to beat niggas at their best. And it's so crazy because like I got 1 year in the band of like Peak Southern. Even if I was still in the band, I wouldn't be going against Peak Southern. So there wouldn't be any like gratification of like, oh yeah, we beat the fuck out of Southern. Nigga, what is Southern? What is Southern in 2024? That's what they are. We just listen to them. Nigga, there's... No, bruh. No. Shout out to UAPB, man. They've been a surprise band so far this year. I've really liked the experimentation that they have with their arrangements. They put a lot of different, interesting shit. They're just not that clean. They're just figuring stuff out. They have some growing pains right now. Southern, not Southern no more. They just a regular band, like everybody else in the band world is evolved. Yeah, that too. People have caught up, I guess, as well. Like this shit's bigger than ever. So. It sounds cool. That sounded relatively square. I'm not gonna do number grades because I'm not clipping this up. I'll just do rounds. That's solid though. I like the song selection. Tennessee State. A Boombox 2 is coming. It should. It definitely should. That's it's unfair to both bands for that shit to be that early. Actually, no, I can't even say that. I'm sorry. I can't say that. None of them niggas have had to battle. None of them niggas have had to battle nobody. They both went to national battle demands and fucking bullshitted. You're in a stadium. No one can really hear your pure sound. Jackson didn't even bring like 240 niggas. Like, no. Even if a Boombox 2 is coming, no cap, that don't change shit. It don't change shit. It don't change shit. Aside from crabs, where it's like, okay, yeah, crabs are going to get better over the course of the season. Whoop-de-doo. Everyone's crabs are going to get better. It's going to be the same shit. Niggas had a month and a half, damn near 2 months, depending on when their camp started. Even with a Boombox, and I'm not mad at you, Bandish. I'm just saying shit. Even if a Boombox 2 is coming, I don't give a fuck. Because it's going to be the same result. What the fuck are niggas going to do 2 months from now that they couldn't have done in the last 2 months? Tell me. Somebody from Southern. Somebody from Jackson. Text me. Tell me. Fuck it. What's going to be done? Niggas didn't have a book. Niggas played all old shit for a whole 0. And that's not true. That's not true. Niggas played like 3 new songs. That's not true. But the way that they're formatted, they damn near might as well be the same. It sounds the same. What about the sound is going to change in 2 months? That is y'all staff. That is y'all band room. That is y'all horn holders. That is y'all sections. That is y'all whatever. As a nigga who was in a band where people said, oh, late year TSU, you know, let's see what they do or whatever. Nigga, what we did at the end of September versus an Alcorn, what we did in October versus an Alcorn, like, we were the same band going against Jackson late season. And also, Trey's right. Not all crabs improve. Not all crabs improve. As a nigga who is a part of a crazy historic crab class at TSU, not all my crab brothers improved over the course of our fucking crab year. Now, I'd like to think that I did. I've been told that I did. I believe that I did. My section did. That's why we sound better at Jackson versus the beginning of the season. But trust and believe, any problems that we were having as a section, we still had them. Our strengths just got better. We just got used to the workload. And if you think that that is enough to change the outcome of a battle or change the total sound of a band, then by all means, you know, that's your prerogative. For these two programs specifically, fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. 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 Even for TSU. Even for the TSU trumpets in November, they might get better. They might not fuck up a whole song. They still not going to be shit compared to Trump Funk. The battle could be September 28th. It could be November 28th. It could be February 28th. The band is the band. The trends and whatever it's you know, and I'm saying this specifically because niggas had 2 months already. Niggas already had 2 months. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. Tennessee State's not powerful. What I'm saying. Some crowds can't get the style at times. They still be having the high school mindset, in my opinion. That's fair. That's fair. I know specifically for me and my crab year, like we were coming in and like we had to adjust to really playing shorter, and it was definitely a change. Tuba's finished off solid. Tennessee State gets that round. But yeah, I get what you're saying in terms of like styling, of course, as well. And to be fair, that is part of the problem with part of the glaring problem with Southern is like styling changes. Even if they fix that, there's and even then, you have to look at the mindset. Like the mindset of someone who sees for the first 2 months, like, okay, this is going to be a problem, but we have this obstacle to face. Even with time, that obstacle is not there no more. So how much motivation are you now going to have to then get that progress done? Even with a Boombox Part 2. Because then niggas can say, then niggas can sit back. Even I've seen section leaders sit back and be like, oh, well, niggas get better. Crabs just get better. Players just get better. And then it doesn't happen. And now what? And then you lose twice. Yeah, you're right. Last year, Jackson was on one from the beginning of the season to the end, so there is no excuse. Yeah. And I'm not trying to just boil it down to like, oh, it's an excuse and it's not an excuse. No, that's not what I'm saying either. I don't know. I think that the things that would have to change for Southern specifically, because we're really just talking about Southern. We're really just talking, like, Jackson has some stuff to clean up. What's it called? They have some stuff to clean up, but like, even with them, like, I'm not expecting their like Trey said earlier, he's like, yeah, mid-season, them mellows gonna be smashing. I'm like, fuck no. they are not gonna be smashed. Like, they might, be able to hold their weight a little bit, but fuck no. You're not just finna grow 3 heads. You're not finna just grow 3 heads out of nowhere. And even if they quote unquote lock in, like, I don't know, we just don't see that. We just don't see that. We just don't see that. Like, within a small amount of time, like, at a certain point, you just kind of prove who you are. And you would think that, like, the Boombox. Now, if niggas do end up changing from who they are at Boombox, then fuck it. Like, they just never need to be on each other's schedule before week 5. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know anymore. These trumpets are going insane, by the way. I heard that. I think UAPB a lot of times does not know what to do with their mellows. Yeah, I think they have no idea what to do with their mellows sometimes. Especially on a song like this. It's understandable, but you gotta do something, and I don't hear them. Shout out Felix, man. Shout out Felix. That video's legendary. Ooh. That's only 9 UFOs too. Good tongue and tubas. They tubas have been on one to start the year. I will say for sure. Their tubas have been locking in. Yeah, no, Tennessee State is they pushing. I will say it's not the most complex things that they're playing. But between Tubas driving this, how they finish? I can hear trumpets. I can hear trumpets, but it's like I can't feel them like pushing or hear them pushing. I don't know. To be fair, this is a crazy far distance. This is a crazy far distance. Because he's got to be like on the second level, but on the opposite side, right? That's got to be where he's set up. Damn. Tuba's ringing. I'm not gonna lie. Tubas are ringing. That's also another thing about UAPB. UAPB's never gonna fucking answer. They're never gonna play that game. They're never just gonna give you a straight, just like, oh, we're gonna fucking smash you. Fuck no. They know better. I don't know if that's a point in their favor or not in their favor, but they know. They fumbling on that phrase. They cleaned it up. Let's go. Oh, that second round I also give to Tennessee State, by the way. I think that makes 2 rounds, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's round 3. Yeah, that tuba walk up and that mellow phrase, da 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 da. Da 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 da. I love that, bro. That song selection for you. Tubas, groove this. I don't need you to. Good trombones. Good walk down, UFOs. Getting kind of caught in the weeds, Mellow, a little bit. And I don't know about that ending overall. No cap. I like how they started, but I'll give that to UAPB. 2-1 Tennessee State. $1 Million Baby. Trumpets, man, y'all just gotta fucking hit the fucking note. Pitch placement. Good job coming out, Mellows. Trumpets. I want to see the Norfolk Bama State battle. That would be crazy. I think Norfolk and Bama State are my. I think Norfolk is like 2 or 3 to me. I forgot if I have them above North Carolina. And then Bama State's like 5. I think that's what we decided. Like they were tied for 5 or something. Tied for 5 or tied for 6. But yeah, that would be a good battle. That would be a good matchup. Tubas. That's one thing I will give Southern is that like they understand like, okay, after a tuba break or after a drum break, it's like, okay, here's the breakdown. We cannot like that whole like just, oh, go back to what you played in the chorus. Fuck no. That is not how you should format the song. No, fuck no. Stop that. If you're gonna write it in 3 parts, and by 3 parts I essentially mean the intro, the in-between of either the first verse and or tuba break, and then post tuba break. If you're gonna write a song like that in a 3-act structure, then like that 3rd act should not be the same as like the intro. Now, even if you should repeat the same motif, but like everyone else has to be like very climactic. They have to be very like, this is the finale, so that that's too choppy to be like the climax. That's not. No, that isn't. No, it should not be the same, because that's not the main motif. The main motif is I ain't never upset, baby. Like, and you have that with trumpets, so I don't know. I can't tell if that was clean or not. I can't tell. I think some niggas was fucking up for sure. And then they went flat. I don't know. Play Notre Dame. What did Notre Dame do? If it's just a field show, I don't really do field shows. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sign it up. Oh my god, they keep showing old footage. If it's field show, then gang, not long. I may check it out on my own time, and then we could. I'll put it in. I'll try to put it in there for next week. Especially because we're only halfway through this battle. Yeah. And I got a project to do after this too. I forgot about that. But it'll make a lot of money. If only, gang. We're not in the money-making stage quite yet over here. I know. There's a lot of Notre Dame fans, yourself included. But I'll put them in the playlist for next week if called if I end up checking out the halftime or the pregame. Excuse me. Between that and $1 Million Baby, I think that was better than $1 Million Baby. 3-1 Tennessee State. Good. Oh my God. Good styling. Good phrasing. Oh my God. They're hitting this. They're hitting this. I'm trying to figure, is that just UFOs or is that UFOs and trombones? It sounds like they're double. Trump is kind of fading into nothing, I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Get back to it. That's the good thing about this. That's the good thing about the Commodores. They gonna give you that get out of jail free. Like that should be. Oh, okay. I see what they had their mellows on. It started out strong. They styled. I really like how they fucking styled and freezed, man. God, it just kind of didn't go anywhere. Damn. That's just their nature, though. Tennessee State sound good. Irish are mostly Irish friendly. You got a lot of Notre Dame facts, gang. I'm getting lost to your messages, Knut. I am not getting these references, gang. They just sound good. They're phrasing that upper brass. Come on, Mellows, fit in. They got covered. God damn it. Lighten up. I'm good, gang. It's like your avatar needs a new look. No, it fucking does not. They're tonguing that. Oh, they trying to do that pass off. That's a good idea to steal. That's a good idea to steal. I'm not gonna lie to you. They trying to turn up. They trying to turn up. Okay. Oh, they finna turn? Are niggas booing? Why are niggas booing? They don't sound bad. Trombones, please get the memo. Please get the memo. There we go. They don't sound bad from the side either. I just think they need more bodies on trumpet to actually support the weight and to push the weight. Cause they're playing. They're playing. No cap, I stopped giving rounds because Tennessee State's running with this. Tennessee State is running with this. Notre Dame versus Grambling in Nigeria. You were really trying to get off these Notre Dame versus HBCU fucking let's just pick Grambling. Grambling would be a good matchup though, I'll give it to you. I don't know about in Nigeria. Don't nobody get the money for that. They always gonna play Dirty Diana every year. Every year they're gonna play Dirty Diana. And it bangs. They sound good, bro. They sound really good. If y'all wondering why I'm pulling up on the side, I'm pulling up like where I have them, like ranked and whatnot. Oh, I didn't have them ranked. Oh. Was that a mistake? Or is this my first time hearing them for real? My fault, y'all. I'm doing this, but shit, I gotta see. They played this showcase, and they played this classic. I remember watching that. Oh no, I gotta rank them. Yeah, nah, these niggas hooping. I am poking the bear. This nigga. Oh yeah, I hadn't heard nothing from them except one song, and I said they can't phrase. Nah, that must have been a fluke, or I was wrong. I gotta update this. Ooh. No cap. I'm gonna upset a lot of people with these rankings. I'm gonna upset a lot of people with these rankings. I'm not even gonna put them on stream. I'm gonna just post them. I just want everyone to find out at the same time. I'm gonna get real nasty with this. Brady Quinn was wrong. What the hell did Brady Quinn say? And HBCU should play the Irish every 2 years. That'll be a free dub for them niggas. This is a good song. Alright, there's one more after this. This is their bag. This is their bag. Good articulation from Mellows. Trumpets carrying the melody. Yeah, that's their bag. TNSU is just on a different level than them. I'm not gonna lie. And they were twisting a little bit. They take a little bit of a step down. UAPB, I mean. Get nasty, bro. This nigga here. Come on. Y'all can't be fucking up on the classic. It just sounds a little bit muddy, I'm not gonna lie. And for this to be a go-to and sound this muddy, it's kind of concerning. Good tubas, bad mellows. Jesus. And them 9 UFOs running out of gas too. Or 10, actually. Their biggest problem is just the instrumentation, specifically with UFOs. But no cap, if UFOs grow, so does trombones need to, and probably trumpets as well. And mellows just are kind of non-existent, and if they're not non-existent, it's literally like the biggest hit or miss ever. But they sound really good. They have a really mature sound. It will be cleaned up, let it go. I'm sure it will. It's more than just that song. It's just my overall takeaways. Both bands are smart. And that's another thing. I was pulling up on the side, like how big Tennessee State was like last year in 22. They used to be bigger than this. They used to be really bigger than this. Yeah, they both sound really good. You like old school UAPB to one. UAPB, y'all bring back memories. I just wanted to hear. Yeah, no, Commodores can't go wrong with them, and no one's really playing them too. Both ends play on the same side. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the pieces of stadium removed. Damn. Oh, they're remodeling it. Okay. Mellows, please put some more air in the horns. We working now. Okay, one of them responded. Fair. They didn't tune in the pot. Nah. I mean, yeah, like they're in the pocket, but they got some problems to work out. It's early season for everybody though. Speaking of early season, it's not early season for this stream. It is the end of the season. Appreciate everyone who came through watching. Appreciate everyone who also watched the Boombox 5th quarter breakdown. That is sitting at a 1 out of 10 right now. So shout out to everyone who came from that. Shout out to Canute. He's been the most active person in the past however many minutes for this battle. It is getting late though. I got some homework to do that is due in like an hour and a half. So I will catch y'all later. Thank y'all for tapping in. Shout out to anyone who is watching this after the fact. And yeah, we'll be back next week. And be on the lookout for either a video or a post of the updated rankings, because yeah, I'm not gonna hold back, but appreciate y'all. I'm always watching your action. You keep it real. Appreciate you, Trey. Appreciate everyone watching. I think we have 8 right now, 7 or 8 concurrent. Shout out to y'all. We already have 156 views on this, which is insane. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all. Y'all be easy. And peace.